Hello and welcome back, Aggies. I'm Professor Sterling Bone, Professor of Marketing and Sales in the John M. Huntsman School of Business. And it is my honor and privilege today to invite our guests from ICON. I'm excited to introduce to you Nick Bradshaw, Patricia Huntsaker, and Matt Reddington, who are all Aggies and are all excited to ushering in you as Aggie students and soon to be alumni into an incredible organization, which is ICON. Welcome, my friends.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Could you each just maybe share with the students a little bit about you, your role, and your journey into ICON?
Yep. Why don't you start us off, Nick? Okay. So my name is Nick Bradshaw. I'm born and raised here in Cache Valley. So I love Utah State. I graduated from Utah State last year. So I'm pretty fresh. I loved my experience at Utah State. I pursued a degree in technology and HR. And so the reason why I wanted to come to ICON is because, of course, I was born and raised around here, so I knew about ICON and what products we developed, and then also the culture and the growth around here. So I applied for this recruiting position and was fortunate enough to get the job, and here I am, letting former Aggies know that this is a great place to be, and come join us.
Great to have you, Matt. Thank you.
So I'm Trisha Huntsaker, and I'm also an Aggie alum. Graduated in 11 with my bachelor's and 13 with my master's in HR. I worked up on campus in the Huntsman School for several years and loved it, and then went off and actually used my degrees in HR, doing HR, and then was a victim of the COVID layoffs. And so that started my hunt again, and just seeing the growth and everything at ICON was so exciting and wanted to be a part of that. So here I am.
Great to have you, Trisha, back. And for our students that work with our FJ Student Success Center, Trisha was a fixture there and helping a lot of students as they were moving forward in their career. So thank you, Trisha. Nick, tell us about you.
So I'm Matt Reddington, and
Sorry, Matt.
yeah, no worries. We're good. We threw a loop at you there. So just my Utah State background, I actually graduated from Utah State back in '97. So I'm an older alumni. One of my claims to fame about being a Utah State Aggie is I graduated before ever using the internet. So I don't know if you can do that these days, but I graduated from college without ever using the internet once. So my little claim to fame. So my journey to coming to ICON is very similar to Trish. I was a victim of a layoff through a downsizing and a restructure, COVID related to some degree. So my journey to ICON is probably a little bit different than probably traditional in the sense that I was really looking for a company that I could stay in my home and keep my family in our where we want to be. And so I was fortunate enough to find out that opportunity about 6 months ago here with ICON. One of the things I really love about ICON is it fits my lifestyle, meaning I like to be an active outdoors person. I like to run. I like to run marathons or half marathons. And so some of the products that we sell and do fit the lifestyle that I would like to get back into and keep up with. So I'm excited to be here and watch our future growth and all the things that we have to offer for those people who are like that armchair quarterback like myself, trying to run a race versus all those very competitive people that I watch as they run past me.
Well, Matt, thank you for your introduction. And for our students, I actually graduated in a similar era. In fact, my first email I ever sent was on the campus of Utah State. So, so it's great to connect with folks from all different stages of their career. And I think it's important that you've hit on some of the turbulence that's happened, right? Both Matt and Trisha have experienced what COVID did in terms of kind of displacing a lot of companies and a lot of different industries. But during COVID, ICON has seen record growth. Could you speak to that, and why is today an exciting day at ICON?
I'll take that from my perspective. One of the reasons why I think COVID has been amazing for ICON is it's changed the way people view their shopping habits and the way they approach things. So, a year ago, you could go to the gym of your choice, for example, and you could work out in your traditional ways of working out, whether it's, Gold's Gym or Boss's Gym or Planet Fitness, whatever that might be. And then, of course, COVID came and we were changed. We were forced to do things differently. We were forced to stay indoors. We were forced to stay at home. We couldn't do our normal routines. And because of that, people have started to look for ways to exercise and do some of those, keep up on some of their habits, keep up on their training, keep up on their exercise with a home-based product. And that's one of the cool things that we offer to people. It's one of the most amazing home-based products that's out on the market, whether that's a piece of equipment or a subscription to a streaming platform, which we call iFit. You can have access to a personal trainer within your own home that's integrated within our products.
Trisha, tell us a little bit more about this iFit and why is that such an important piece of property that Icon is really exploding with its growth with?
Well, iFit was actually described to me recently as the Netflix of fitness. And that's literally what it is. They go all over the world. You can work out in the Serengeti, you can work out with the pyramids in Egypt, on the Chinese, the Great Wall of China, anywhere you want to go. And it's awesome because the trainers go and they really include you and integrate in what they're doing. And then your equipment, if you have the equipment that works with iFit, it will actually incline and adjust to what's happening in the video. So it makes it really exciting for people who are doing the fitness to be outdoors and seeing things they would probably never get to see.
I'm a raving fan. I've been an iFit user for now going on a couple of years, but the story you share in terms of COVID, that changed the way that I approach my personal daily routine, and being a part of a interactive as well as some on-demand content as well as live content that I can engage with trainers all over the world in some incredible settings. And I still stay in my basement. I think it's this remarkable product. Nick, you talk a little bit about growing up here in Cache Valley or having some experience here, right? One of the things that I hope our listeners will see is that Icon has changed from what you might think Icon once was. Can you maybe speak to what Icon does and kind of what the opportunities are here in Icon today?
Yeah, of course, Sterling, thanks. Yeah, so growing up here, it was kind of known as like a production facility. Matt even worked here a while back and, made some products, and, we still kind of have the assembly lines back in our warehouse where you can see the old, formations and stuff. So that's honestly how I grew up knowing Icon. And then another thing is a lot of folks earlier in the 2000s, mid 2000s thought it was, we all transitioned to China. But we were here all along, and so that's another thing that happened. But because of like Matt mentioned, and just our investment in our product and our growth, and where we see home fitness in general, has really made us become the name we are today, and we can see that with our products. So I've always wanted to work at Icon, and being able to be a native here in Cache Valley, and knowing what Icon does, that's what attracted me. And it's amazing because as a college student, sometimes you're like, oh, well, I kind of want to, go out and find a different job somewhere in a different state, or, work in a big tech company with big names and things like that. When, you have someone like us here at Icon that's in your backyard, and we have so much growth and so many opportunities that, you could see yourself becoming, an experienced, employee within a couple of years, where you're making decisions and managing a team. And so to go over some of the jobs that we have, we have anything from, customer service, where you're working with, those who own our products, the customers, and speaking with them and overcoming any issues with products and things like that, from, high level up to, you're actually the one shooting video for the live set. You're, developing the applications, you're, shooting photography, you're, being an accountant. And so it's amazing that a company like this, and with the growth and potential, even with what we're seeing this year, in the future, it's just amazing that this is happening in Cache Valley, where sometimes Cache Valley is seen as kind of more of like its own little land or something like that. So it's just amazing.
But I think it's really important that you pointed out that Icon is a global leader, the #1 fitness, brand in the world in terms of the reach that you have across so many different sectors. In terms of, it's more than just equipment, right? It's about the experience, and you might have thought of Icon as this production manufacturing facility, but as I've toured Icon, it's probably one of the most impressive marketing filming studios out there in terms of what they're doing in terms of creating content, but also creating these experiences for customers. You talk a little bit about some of the customer service, and you talked about some of the different roles that are there. Are there any particular majors or areas that you want students to be reaching out with, or are you major agnostic in that you're looking for just really good people? What is kind of the backgrounds that you're hoping to have from our Aggie students?
Well, I would say that a lot of it is about the culture. One manager recently described it to us as, you find me the right person and I'll build a job around them. And a lot of the managers see it that way. Like, we want the people who want to be here and want to be making that difference. That being said, we also have pretty much any major you could think of, we probably have a position for it. So definitely check out the website and see what's in there.
Okay, so really wide open. I really like that Trisha, you've talked about culture and about the right people. How can the students signal that they're a great fit for Icon?
One of the ways that I think that a person could make themselves to be, or think of themselves as a great fit, is probably just a little bit of a couple things that kind of might center around things like core values and what are some things that we value. So right now we're actually a company of innovators. So we're looking for people that have good ideas, people who can take an idea to market. We're looking for people who have that can-do attitude, who are excited about what they do. The more I think about that, it's all about the behaviors that you have within yourself. So if I come to work excited, if I come to work motivated, I come to work with a feeling of I can make a difference and I can change things. I come to work with a vision, or I have a sense of purpose for myself. I think those are some of the things that make not only our applicants but our employees stand out, because that's kind of our culture right now, is a culture of change, a culture of difference, a culture of can-do, and a culture of excitement. That's probably the best word for me to use, is excitement. I mean, if you just look around at some of our branding and some of the things that we do, there's a sense of excitement to me.
That's been my experience working as a faculty member to students that have joined your team at Icon. And wow, that in short time they have risen in terms of managing P&L. They have essentially budgets that are extraordinary, and also working across a lot of different areas where they're managing people as well. And so there's that excitement, that can-do mentality is something that really permeates as you experience Icon today. How can students reach out, and how can they engage with you to explore career opportunities with Icon?
I would say probably the best way to reach out to us is LinkedIn. Emails tend to get really inundated, and you know how that goes. So probably LinkedIn would be a great way to reach out to us. And in fact, we wanted to do a little giveaway possibly. So the first, let's say 5 people who connect with one or all of us on LinkedIn, we're going to send you a little iFit prize. So definitely get connected with us so we can get you something to represent.
All right, that's an exciting opportunity for our listeners to one, grow your network of opportunity with Icon, but also to learn more about the culture and to experience a prize giveaway from Icon. So thank you, all 3 of you, for being with us. And I encourage our students to take a very good look at the opportunity in their career page, to see the roles at Icon, and to begin your journey into this incredible company and this opportunity. So thank you all for being here with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you as well.